Shalom.
Shalom.
And we're the brothers from the Great Millstone Atlanta camp. My name is Arnan.
The brother Arak.
And before we get started, we're going to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace, love, and salutation to all you Akim that's pushing this truth and true sincerity. We're on the way to camp. And basically, the gist of the lesson is we're going to continue to do what we do, in the midst of these false allegations from, the media, Esau's media, this guy named David Wood, it just popped out of nowhere, Vocab Malone. We're still out there going to the highways and byways. Like I said, we're on the way to camp. So we're going to still do what the Lord commanded us, until the Lord sees it fit for us to be, off the streets. So, you guys...
Yeah, I was going to say, because the scripture tell you, you can't do nothing against the truth, but for the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So by you guys pushing all this propaganda and these false flags and trying to falsely accuse us of things that we don't necessarily condone, you're not doing anything but furthering the gospel and the prophecies that have to come to pass.
That's right.
So while you thinking you're doing something to try to get us off the streets, the scriptures speak of a time when we'll be off the streets and there'll be a famine of the word. So you're just furthering the prophecies, man. You're getting the ball rolling on it, so to speak. You're not stopping it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Matthew 22:9. It says, "Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find bid to the marriage." And that's what we're still doing, man. As the Lord sees fit, we're still going out there. We're still doing lessons. We're still edifying, because like the brother said, you trying to put this label on us, man, that's still going to wake up Jake. Like the scripture that he quoted, you can't do nothing against the truth, man. Everything that the Lord sanctions, all right, is going to be to our benefit, So we're still going to go out to the highways and byways. And I've noticed since this happened, of course, these other camps, they don't go out, but they really not saying anything, and they're really not going out, So the Lord called us to be soldiers in this thing, man. Like it says in 2 Timothy, I think it's 2nd chapter, I believe, but you're supposed to be soldiers in this thing, man. You're supposed to be go out and fishing, for the elect. So that's still a commandment. We're not afraid of what Esau says in the media. We're still going to go out there and preach this word, rain, sleet, or snow. You got anything you want to pull?
Isaiah 58 and 1.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins."
Yeah, and that's what we're going to continue to do. Like the brother said, we're on the way to camp now to do that, okay? These guys, one monkey don't stop no show, man, all right? Just because you guys are putting out all these false allegations and stuff, it's not going to stop us, man, doing what we're called to do, because ultimately, if we are a part of that number, we're going to continue to do it anyway. There's no one or nothing that can pluck us out of the Most High's hand, man, and keep us from doing the will of the Heavenly Father,
right,
which is going out, lifting up our voice like a trumpet, showing our people their transgressions, regardless. As long as the Lord see it fit for us to go out and do so, that's what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I'll read it again. Isaiah 58:1. "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins." And I got written here in the notes, a trumpet is used as a signaling device in battle or hunting. And we're in a spiritual warfare, man.
That's right.
We have to deal with these, different elements out here. Deal with, demons on a daily, man. It's a spiritual battle. We're out here to warn our people of the calamities that's coming here, man. It's not going to be any prosperous times coming soon to America, man. This place is morally finished. People trying to celebrate Christmas, but that spirit is dead. There was a report that was on Blacklisted News that said Americans are lonely, depressed, and miserable.
Yeah.
So, you know, our people still see this as a way to, you know, make a come up, but we're telling them otherwise, man. And a lot of our people are going to be the ones that's going to come up against us, man.
Yeah.
In these slander campaigns, the brother from South Carolina, the brother Anant Zakbar did a lesson on that. You know, this guy named Roland Martin, because, you know, a lot of jakes have a platform to push out news, and they're gonna push out a lot of slander because they're doing the work of the father, the devil, man.
That's right.
So, you know, expect for a lot of jake just to come up and, you know, say what they gotta say, man. But it doesn't negate the fact that this devil still got concentration camps, you know, and different re-education camps, guillotines. They just had a guillotine that was on the back of a Miami police squad car.
Damn.
So that's what we out here trying to tell our people, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we still out here. We're not gonna shy away because Esau got some slander, and then on top of that, with this whole Jersey shooting, there was no obituaries for these people, man.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't no RIPs or nothing like that, no funerals. All right, so it goes to show you it was set up, man.
That's right.
So the truth is always gonna prevail, you know, over the evil, man. You know.
You know, what the scripture in Acts where it said, if this be a man,
Oh yeah, we get that.
it will come to naught.
Yeah,
Because like we continue to stress, this is the Most High's program, man. And nothing you can do or say can change the narrative, you know, of what the Lord wants to happen, or, you know, as it is written, you know, for it to happen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if this was of men, like everything that, you know, in the past, like the Black Panther movement, you know, Black Wall Street, those Black Lives Matter, you know, those type of movements were of men, and they came to naught.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you put out certain things in the media and the heat on, you know, those different groups, like it is on the Hebrew Israelites right now. They're off the streets. You know, they done threw the attire away. You know, they tucked in the bed somewhere and just being a normal everyday American citizen.
Right.
You know, trying to fall off the radar, so to speak.
Right.
But this is not of men, man. This is of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and we're gonna continue, you know, to push the word, man. You got it.
Yeah, God. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone, for if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 39, but if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it, lest haply ye be found even to fight against the Most High.
Hey, plain and simple, man. No matter what you do or you portray, you put out in the media, you're not going to overthrow this, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right? This is the Lord's program, man. And he's just using us, you know, to get the movie or the script reenacted. Okay? You got something you want to expound?
Yeah, because you're basically the Most High set you up, all right, and basically you're fighting against the Most High. So what's the consequence for that, man?
Right.
You know, we know the consequence for Esau, man. He's just further adding to that tab of him going into hardcore slavery, man, which is going to happen. You know, it's bound to happen, man. But you can send different Christians and slander campaigns, and we're starting to see the true nature of these Christians, man. They want blood.
Right.
Just how like they were slaughtering people during the Crusades and their doctrine of discovery. They had that same spirit. There's nothing new under the sun, man. They want blood.
That's right.
Because they've been figured out to be a lie. So now they want to come up against us, but they want to see us 6 feet deep. They want our head under the guillotine, so to speak, man. You know, not knowing the Most High got a trick back for them. Just how like Haman had them gallows for Mordecai, and Haman ended up being the one that got. You know, Esau's putting himself into a trick bag, man.
That's right. Matthew 5 and 10.
Come.
Yep.
See, this is Matthew chapter 5, verse 10. It says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed, verse 11, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake.
Yeah, and that's what's going on right now. Okay, so we're in the spirit of continuing in the things in which we will learn and continuing in going out. You know, no matter if the heat is on or the heat is off, man. No matter if it's rain, sleet, hell, or snow, like the brother said, we out here. You know, we ain't going nowhere, Lord willing, until He sees it fit. You know, these guys is not running us off the block.
Yeah.
Okay. Jake out here in the world, yeah, they gonna stand down for their block, man. And we out here in the streets, man, to like we brought out, you know, to show our people their transgression and to lift up our voice like a trumpet, man. All right. So all the reviling and the persecution, you know, we knew what we signed up for. So now that shit hitting the fan, you know, it ain't no time to back out, man.
Right.
If the Lord keep that spirit on you. But verse 12.
All right, verse 12, Matthew 5 and 12. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
Hey, plain and simple, man. Rejoice and be ye glad. You know, we're not in the spirit of, damn, they coming down on us. You know, let's not go to camp this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? We rejoice and we exceedingly glad because the ball is getting rolling, man, on these prophecies. And we know that we're that much closer to getting the hell up out of this captivity, man.
You got anything else on that?
Nah, that was it, bro.
All right, just to back you up, this is Galatians 5, verse 22, which says that, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, you know, continuing in brotherly love, you know, bonding more together as the days draw near. Because you never know, man, when the time of persecution hits, we could very well get separated. It says, peace, you know, not flashing guns on social media or putting Black Hebrew Israelites as your title for videos, you know, conducting yourself in a king and priestly like manner when you're out in public, you know, using wisdom in situations, all right, being peaceable amongst all men,
right,
all right, long suffering, you know, being long suffering, you know, waiting for the Lord to return. You know, not wavering, not faltering, gentleness, goodness, and faith, man. But the one I want to focus on is joy, is because it's a joy to go out and do this work. You know, sometimes we have might not feel too well, might be sick, you know, stomach ache or whatever, might be catching hell from the job or your rib or children or whatnot. But it's still joyful to bring out this word. It's that same entry-level zeal that you have when you first learn the truth, man. And so we're joyous of the times that we're in, man. You know, this ain't a time to hang our heads down, man. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna keep doing the same thing. We're gonna keep going to camp, putting up lessons, you know, because it don't stop past the internet.
right,
You know, because you could be in a concentration camp preaching the word, man.
right,
You can be out here in the wilderness preaching the word, man.
right.
You know, it don't stop just because the camera stopped rolling, man.
Exactly.
The scriptures say you got to be a Jew inwardly. And that's where a lot of guys get confused at, because they think it's about wearing your fringes in public and then telling everybody about the scriptures, man. So there comes a time where, yeah, it's gonna be joyful, man, because we're one step closer to being in the kingdom of heaven. This whole American setup, walking on concrete and looking at chemtrails and
Right,
driving through the hood and, you know, all that stuff, that's gonna be over with, man.
right.
And any person in their right mind would want the kingdom of heaven, man. But
Exactly.
that's one of the things that, you know, we focus on, you know, just being joyful because our salvation is nearer than when we believe.
That's right.
So you got any more precepts? Or?
That's it, bro. I ain't have nothing else.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a little quick in transit to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We just gonna keep doing it, continue to do what we do. You know, preach the word in season, out of season.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Esau got his slander campaign. We still gonna do what we do.
Right.
So you know, once again, Lord willing, that was edifying. We're gonna give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, and peace, love, and salutation to you, Hakim out there that's pushing this truth, true sincerity. Till the next time, Shalom.
Shalom.